Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Quickview. And on this one, we are taking a look at The House of the Dead 2 and 3 Return for Nintendo Wii. So, I don't have a light gun anymore. I don't have any way to play other light gun games unless it's on the Nintendo Wii because of the Wii pointer, because I got rid of my CRTs. But this was before I got rid of all my CRTs. This is what made me buy a few light gun games in the first place. I bought Time Crisis 2, like the bigger PS2 packs, and then I think there was Time Crisis 1's gun doesn't work with the Gun Con 2, and the other way is correct too. If you buy a PS1 Gun Con, it does not work for the PS2. So I've had a few games, like not very many, because the Gun Con 2, even with that's like so limited. I thought about getting Time Crisis, like the one on the PS3, which is 4, and I think 5 is a digital only thing, but can't do it. You gotta get the CRT or the PlayStation Move controller, which is again, you're just back at square one. So I really haven't played too many arcade shooters. I think I've probably said that once or twice, but the reason is I don't really like them too much because it's basically there should be a mode where you just get infinite continues. Honestly, like especially for arcade ports. I mean, I know that I'm being like a little baby about it, but I just think it's kind of boring. Even at the time when they were released, like this should have an infinite continue mode because it's like well you can't be expected to play on hard mode and then just keep dying over and over again because these arcade games are made that way to siphon quarters out. So as much as all that negativity was, it's just kind of explaining like I don't really play too many of these. The only thing that really sucks is that this collection doesn't have one, and if I want to play one, I have to get it on my Switch, and if I want to get it on my Switch, it's like $40 for like literally not even an hour game. I mean that was ridiculous. But I know that House of the Dead 1 was released on the Saturn, so even Saturn emulation at this current time is really hard to do, which I mean it's kind of fortunate that the Saturn doesn't have that much. I mean it has a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but it doesn't have like an insane amount of stuff that's completely exclusive still. So that's really good. But in spite of all of that, was a port that I got for really cheap. House of the Dead 2, I have not played 3, but I have literally played 2 so much. It has the the most kick-ass soundtrack in almost any game. Sega's department is like one of the greatest of all time. I mean, just dead stop. I cannot get over the fact that almost every game that Sega touches for doing soundtracks is like it's all good. Every single track of House of the Dead 2 is just great. And the voice acting is just so unbelievably stupidly bad. It's so charming, it's weird because it came out after, like in Resident Evil's case, they were having Japanese people speak English roles, so that was like really new, so they could just kind of throw in whatever. It really wasn't important. But this was, I think, like 5 or 6 years after that, so they were expected to give a little bit better of a performance, but they, they really don't. And it's such a fun idea of just I mean even and I have watched the movie actually. I don't have the movie with me, but we have watched as a friend group House of the Dead. There is a sequel as well by Uwe Boll. So I have watched The House of the Dead too. And another thing is they had Typing of the Dead too. So this is a pretty decently sized franchise. The only thing is after 3 there's like no home ports. I mean, like if there is, I apologize, but I really don't believe that there. I've never seen one on store shelves. Maybe they're potentially digital only, but it's really a cool game. The House of the Dead. Awesome title. The soundtrack is amazing. The gameplay is really good. Again, it's a simple light gun affair. You're not going to be expecting anything like super out of the ordinary. But just having having like super insanely bad voice acting just takes it from it would be honestly that's the only thing that makes it just so much better because if it had something good it wouldn't be as remembered even with the good soundtrack. It's the reason why people even still reference it today, albeit not as much. But it, it's still being referenced. A game that came out probably concurrently when, at the end of the millennium. It had to have been when the Dreamcast was done. So I mean, a lot of, it's really old compared to a lot of more popular stuff these days. But yeah, I really like House of the Dead too. Even with all those caveats, like I said, I'm not someone who plays a lot of light gun games. I think they're unfair. I think because the voice acting's so bad, it makes you want like it does that contributes to the factor of you want to play more. If it didn't have that, it would be just so generic. But it's like when you get to a certain point, they're just saying like, like they're I don't even know how you could deliver a line like that. It's so weird, you know. And also in the House of the Dead movie, it's fine. I think a lot of Uwe Boll's things get so unbelievably crapped on for almost no reason. Even the Postal movie's good. I think it's completely what the Postal movie would be if anyone took it. So I don't know why everyone hates his movies. I don't think they're great, but I don't think they're terrible. But yeah, I need to play 3. I know people whenever I talk about it, people say three's voice acting is even worse, but it's like they're just trying to replicate the first one from what people have told me. But no, I really like House of the Dead 2 and 3, mainly 2. I mean, and look at all the other games you can play. Oh, I do have Ghost Squad, I think. So yeah, it's really good. I really like it, and even like the weird nunchuck thing, like that's a good what would I say, compromise for like I can't really get any light gun games. I think the Wii is good for all the ports that they did. Like Target Terror, I like that it's on there. I like that all the ports are on there for shoot 'em ups. So yeah, definitely definitely play House of the Dead 2 and 3. If you still have a Wii, just go into it blind because me explaining any of me trying to replicate the voice lines are not even going to be anywhere as funny as just hearing it straight from the horse's mouth because they're just so like stunted. I don't know how they came. I don't know how they had lines like that, but yeah, pretty good. I mean, just put the difficulty down and just have a fun time. That's just what I think games like this should be meant for. So yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks.